Okay, it's not going to do the countdown now. Someone's watching something.
T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
Hey, YouTube family. There's Matt again.
Hey, barbecue family. How is everybody doing? We got Instagram. We got YouTube.
Okay.
How is everybody today? We got the wasps happening already here today.
We were just saying they just want to have a little taste. They'll be on their merry way, hopefully, once they have a little taste of the pork. But it's so nice to see you guys. Okay, first one in the house on Instagram. We've got S. Will.
S. Will's first in the house on Insta. We have Barbecue Rando tuning in from the Barbecue Rando Ranch.
Hey,
we got
guys.
the Greek Chic, we have Daddy Dutch, we have Barbecue Jones, and none other than our barbecue brother, Scoggin.
Of course we got Scoggin. We always got Scoggin, and we're always so grateful to see Scoggin on our live. It's always so nice to see everybody this Friday. We've got Ukulele J in the house.
Hi,
Big G.
Ukulele J. We got Big G in the house already. Peter, Naughty Beaver Barbecue. I'm getting suited up right now, but you guys know how we like to kick it off every single Friday.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Are
You guys know what time it is.
Friday, Friday. Yes, it's Friday.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Hi, Eric. We've got Eric in the house. Now, speaking of Naughty Beaver, I hope his daughter is watching too, because those two just created a fantastic meal using the Barbecue Quest secret ingredient of the week, and that is sesame oil.
They're a barbecue powerhouse team.
Yes.
They really are, those two.
Those two really are. So many of you are doing incredible things using sesame oil. I literally have lost track of the amount of things people are making with sesame oil.
I know.
Absolutely crazy. And that is what we're doing today, making two different things with sesame oil. Mad, what do you got on the agenda?
I'm kicking us off with, it seems to be a crowd favorite, aka a wasp crowd favorite. We got the wasps coming in hot and heavy over here. We're doing a bacon wrapped pork tenderloin, and we are going to be making a delicious sesame oil, a honey sesame oil sauce to brush on that thing. It's going to be so tasty.
And you could do that straight on the pork tenderloin, but why not bacon wrap it? Is what I like to say.
Exactly? If bacon wrap is an option, bacon wrap.
Absolutely.
Okay, always go for the bacon wrap option.
Okay, the Greek Chic is saying, where's Mama Gina, aka Barbecue Mama?
Where is Barbecue Mama?
You know what? She could be dealing with Lupe, because Lupe is over there right now, and God knows what that girl's doing. Oh, there she is. Barbecue Mama in the house.
Oh, she is in the house. Okay,
hey, Mom.
Guys, I'm going to get started with our, if the wasp would let me. I'm kind of afraid to go in there because they're already crowding around there. But I'm going to get started with our pork tenderloin here.
Ooh.
And I will hold that up so everybody can see it. Our Instagram family, we have our camera over here today, so you guys can see it up close and personal over here.
Those are nice.
Fine looking tenderloin.
Helenda's never disappoints with the tenderloins. They always look so firm and fresh. I think that's going to go great with the bacon, honey.
And the largeness. Everyone's always saying everything is jumbo at Helenda's, and it is.
That's what Helenda's does.
But so, guys, before you bacon wrap anything, this is kind of a little bit of a pro tip, okay, everybody? We like to season before we bacon wrap as well as after. And today we're using our friend Reed's barbecue rub. This one is actually sweet rib.
Yes, that's going to be so good.
Yeah.
Because we got the honey sesame thing. We're going in with the sweet rib. This is going to have that sweet, salty, sort of sour because we've got some lime juice in there, and spicy because you guys know we like it spicy. We've got some sriracha in there too that we're putting
It's going to be fantastic. We have Elliot. He's saying, wish I was right there enjoying your show. Elliot, you are right here enjoying our show. We're here at Barbecue Alley. You guys are, I personally feel like everybody is hanging out in the backyard.
I know. You know what I wish though? Sometimes that we could hear the barbecue community.
Yes.
Like we've said that before, but I wish I had like a button that we could just be like, Elliot's talking. What do you got to say? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be actually so cool.
I
The
know we can-
neighbors really wouldn't know what the heck is going on. They don't right now, but
Especially with how loud we are. Eh?
okay, so I'm gonna start bacon wrapping,
Okay.
and then, honey, what are you doing? Because as usual, I feel like you have the star of the show here today.
I don't know why we've been so obsessed with making dough type products on the lives these last few Fridays,
I know.
but we are going to be making a sesame scallion bread. Okay, again using sesame oil, and this one is very, very easy. So once again, we're going to be using sesame oil. Now, hang on, YouTube family. I think that there's an issue. Okay, there we go. We're perfect. Here we go. So we're going to start doing the sesame scallion bread. And you know what? Scallions are just a fancy word for green onions.
Yep.
So we're going to start in with we have some lukewarm water. And then we're going to add in the yeast as well as the sugar. And you want to make sure you add both of these two things because you got to feed that yeast something.
Yep.
So we're going to
do. And so we have Brisket Bros tuning in. How are you guys doing? Thank you guys for tuning in. The Greek Chic is saying, I see that their meat looks fantastic. I think he's talking about Helenda's.
And I think he said earlier he wishes he was closer because he wants to try out Helenda's meats. And it is worth the drive because
Who's saying it's worth the drive?
Mom, barbecue
It totally
Mama.
is.
Because it is worth the drive. They have so many good things there. Now, can I please continue on my dough? Or are you going
Yep.
to keep
No,
talking?
let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll.
Okay, so now Maddie has informed me that we're not going to let this bloom because we're live and we have another dough that's already risen. It's actually just keeping nice and warm underneath our offset down here, which is a very convenient spot for a dough.
Yep, we just started using that today. And okay, so Barbecue Mama is saying, Scoggett, how's Mrs.? Scoggett, is Mrs. Scoggett tuning in right now, actually? Because if she is, we want to do a special shout out to Mrs. Scoggett. I wish that we could share this with her today.
How are you guys both feeling? Are you guys fully over the whole COVID thing? Or are you guys still sort of feeling the effects of everything? We haven't talked about that in a while. I would like to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get suited up because I'm going to go in here, as we always say, your hands are the best tool in the kitchen. So make sure you have clean ones. But for the sake of being outside, I'm going to be using gloves.
Okay, and as you start mixing that up, Key, guys, you know every single Friday what we like to do is talk about what we are grateful for and what you guys are grateful for because it's such a positive way of entering into the weekend. And it's fun just to hear what everybody's grateful for.
Absolutely.
Because then sometimes you hear it and you're like, you know what? I'm actually very grateful for that too. And it always shows that no matter what is going on, we all have something to be grateful for. So, honey, hit us with your first grateful. Everybody, we want to see you guys in the chat showing us what you guys are grateful for this week.
Yes, please do, guys, because I would love to hear it. And I would be very grateful if these wasps just
Me too.
let us alone for a while.
My goodness, they are fighting me hard on this today.
And well, you know what? It's weird because while we were setting up, they were nowhere to be found. All of a sudden, they're out now.
Like Fritz Frank is saying, Fritz Frank, thank you for being here. He's saying Mrs. Fritz is away this weekend, so I aim to misbehave. But even though she won't see the stream tonight, let's keep it between ourselves. Okay, as usual, every single time, Fritz Frank is leading us into something we shouldn't be reading out loud.
Why does he always do that? And then we end up getting him in trouble. Okay, so I've just salted our dough. This is a standard pizza dough recipe. And we're going to add in a little bit of oil. We're going to actually have the full recipe of these scallion sesame bread in the community tab on YouTube for you guys, as well as on Instagram in the stories later on. So don't worry about wondering what's in all of these recipes right now because you can find them later on.
So Scoggett is saying Mrs. Scoggett is not with me today. She is next door feeding the neighbor's dog and cat because our neighbor is in the hospital. We are both doing fine. Well, I'm not surprised by that, Scoggett, because Mrs. Scoggett sounds like an absolute sweetheart. So I'm not surprised she's stepping in to help out.
I know.
But that is actually wonderful because you don't these days hear about neighbors even knowing each other. The fact that your neighbor feels comfortable enough for you to go in and help out like that says a lot.
That is so nice. And it's also nice that CJ is on here. CJ, thank you so much
Hi,
for joining
Cooking with
us.
CJ. Oh my goodness, Cooking with CJ. Do you want to come help us out with the wasps here today? Because if you thought they were bad last week, they are getting more and more aggressive every Friday. I think they're starting to know our schedule, and they're like,
it's food time.
Maddie and Kiki are coming out here on Friday. I'm gonna save my appetite until then.
Hi, Brandon, over on Instagram. We've got Brandon tuning in. Brandon, are you do you have any events this weekend? Are you cooking anything for a wedding? That guy does a lot of big weddings where he's making like a ton of stuff.
I know, Brandon. Do you ever sleep?
I know, because I think he works full time too. I think his barbecue is like a side hustle type of thing right now. But let us know, Brandon.
We have Eric tuning in. He's saying, fire up the smoker. Eric, you can't see it, I don't think, because we're actually cooking with that beautiful thin blue smoke right now. But our smoker is actually fired up. It's hot and heavy today. We're actually we're a little over 450 over here. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we have our barbecue cam over there. Hopefully you guys can see it over here. So we're past 450. So we're not lying when we're saying that it's hot here today.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep working our dough because pizza dough does need some elbow grease. And I'm a little bit disappointed because it's actually cooled off here, so I can't show suns out, guns out right now as I do this.
I know.
I'm kind of disappointed by that.
You can still show them through the shirt though.
It's not suns out, guns out, guys. Quite fully. But I'm gonna share grateful, and then hopefully we can hear what you guys are grateful for this week. So the first thing I am grateful for this week is I don't know why I'm out of breath doing this. Okay, so the first thing I'm grateful for this week has been, ironically enough, Facebook memories, the Facebook timeline memories. Okay, so do you guys know what I'm talking about when you go on Facebook?
You're grateful for those? Because I feel like sometimes those pop up and I'm like, oh goodness, that hair. Oh goodness, those eyebrows. I'm like, well, what was I thinking?
You know what? But that is what I'm grateful for because I love
guys, am I right? I can't be the only one who's thinking that.
And you're like, what was I thinking doing that? But I love it when you go on Facebook and it pops up and you see a blast from the past of yourself and it takes you right back and it reminds you sometimes of a period in your life where maybe wasn't the greatest. And then you end up getting even more grateful for where you currently are.
Agreed. Okay. I know, that is a good thing. I'm grateful for that too.
So recently this week I got a pop-up from, it was a picture of me and you at our old work. And you couldn't tell from the picture. If I showed anybody, you couldn't tell based on what we look like. But I could tell because everybody knows based on their own expression and what they were thinking. And it takes them right back to that day. I knew I was absolutely miserable that day.
Okay. Oh my goodness. There was just a wasp on my hand. Goodness gracious. I want to be grateful that I end this live stream with not being stung.
You won't, honey.
I'm coming in close to you, honey. That was actually terrifying.
Baby wants to snuggle. I'm cool with that. But so yeah, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. That you can tell based on a picture where you were in that point in your life. And this week, for some reason, Facebook keeps showing me really throwback pictures of our old job. And I just feel super grateful to not be there anymore.
Me too. Very grateful for that. And I'm very grateful Mr. Daniel Gordon's tuning in. He's saying, no way, man, that curly hair was the best for both of you.
And
Mr. Daniel Gordon has seen that hair, those memories, those not so good hair memories. He lived those in real time.
Oh, no. Dan, I guarantee you Dan has some pretty unflattering photos. Dan, please don't put those up on Facebook. It's going to pop up in the memories. Nobody needs to see those.
SK Barbecue, our friend Quinn is saying, I'm grateful for road trips with good friends. Okay, who doesn't love a road trip?
That's a good one.
Guys, who here likes road trips? I know some people maybe are not so big of fans of road trips because
I love them.
Because I know some people I feel like don't know how to do them properly.
Yes, I know.
It's all about you got to know how to do a proper road trip. You got to have good eats.
Yes.
Or find good eats along the way. You got to have good tunes. And Quinn said you got to have good friends. Okay?
Yes, that's the most
totally
important thing. Okay, so here's what the pizza dough looks like, guys. We have it all combined, put together. And what we're going to do is set this one aside because you guys know a good pizza dough has to rise. So this one is ready to go. I'm going to take off my gloves, and we're going to put this one in our secret warming barbecue zone.
Love it.
And then
we have one already ready.
Oh, that hurts my back. Okay, hashtag over 30. Okay, so ta-da, we've got this one ready to go. And then, oh, that smells good.
I agree with Cooking with CJ. That smells fantastic, honey. He's saying you guys need a road trip to SoCal. Honey, can you imagine that?
Can we please, CJ?
I would be absolutely delighted to do that, okay?
I would really love that.
Barbecue Mike G saying, I'm grateful for the for the enthusiasm you are bringing to barbecue. Barbecue Mike G, you are such a sweetheart. Thank you very much. We can't hold the enthusiasm back, okay? We're jacked about barbecue. We're jacked about the barbecue family, and we're jacked that today's Friday, and we're making this delectable feast.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to continue. Now all I have to do is cut up our scallions, which I prefer to call them green onions. Let's take the pretentiousness out of this.
Scallions has a touch of snobby to it for some reason.
Why?
I don't know why. Guys, are we the only one? Do you say scallions? Do you say green onions?
Like, let's call it what it is. It's a green onion. This is an immature onion. If you let this grow up, it would become a full-grown onion.
Okay, before it goes up, Uncle Chico is in the house, and he's saying that he's grateful for live theater, which, goodness gracious, we haven't been to see a live theater production in, like, ages because of the pandemic, but he just saw Hamilton. Uncle Chico, was it as good as everyone says it is? Did it live up to the hype? Because I feel like we got to make that a priority to check out Hamilton when we're able to.
I think we should be, like, I think rumor has it that we should be able to by the early new year. So hopefully things stay on track with how they're going, and we'll be able to go back to live theater.
I hope so too.
Because that is something to be grateful for. Life just isn't the same without experiencing those things.
I know. I agree. So guys, check out our bacon wrapped pork tenderloin. It's ready. It doesn't get easier than that. That was super simple.
Wow, you did that fast.
But I feel like it's like such a nice presentation, even just like this.
What happened?
So I'll show our Insta family over here. Okay, Uncle Chico saying it was epic.
Ooh,
It got the Uncle Chico stamp of approval.
Wow, he's selling that hard.
Okay, so I'll show you guys now. We are going to move this nice and delicately to our wire rack, and then we're going to re-season, because I think that's rule number one. A lot of people, when they're making meats, they're not doing proper seasoning.
I think that's true, because that's where your flavor is coming from. And especially on a thicker piece of meat like a tenderloin, you got to kind of account for the fact that when you slice in, the inside has no seasoning.
Guys, look at this. Look at this wasp right here. It's literally on it. It's fighting me every step of the way. Right
He's
here.
enjoying the flavors.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see that?
He's just taking a little taste. He's like, it's Friday. I'm in the mood for some bacon.
Okay, Brian Lindauer is tuning in. Brian, we're so happy that you're here. I don't think Brian has missed one. Or no, maybe he's missed one here or there. But Brian, it ain't the same without you, okay?
Hey, Brian.
He's saying sometimes I'm amazed at how little I know about cooking. Well, Brian, you're in the right place, okay? Because that's what the barbecue family does. We're sharing our tips. The chat is sharing their tips. That's what it's all about here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our green onions all cut up, ready to roll. And then now all what we're going to do is I'm actually going to put these onto our plate so I can use this cutting board. And this bread, what's good about this bread is that it gets rolled up and put into a loaf pan. So that when you cut it, you can get that profile shot of the green onions and the sesame seed oil. This is one of my favorite kinds of breads. You can really eat it with anything, and it's just awesome.
You know what?
What?
You know what one of my favorites is?
What?
Two of my favorite barbecue brothers just entered the house.
Ooh.
Bridgeman Barbecue, Bay State Barbecue. How are you guys? Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. You came mid-show. We're already rocking and rolling here with all of our food action that we have going here. Kiki's just spreading out her delicious dough, and that looks like a nice fluffy dough.
It is. It's so fluffy, and it really that I gotta say, we have to remember that hot barbecue dough rising.
It because my bum right now. Oh, I thought you were talking about the grill, because this grill's hot and my bum is a little bit toasty right now, which I'm not angry at because it's chilly here today. But I'm actually gonna get this onto the grill because we want this. Our grill is very hot today, but we want this to be hot because we are cooking with bacon.
Yes.
So I don't know about who's watching here, how you guys like your bacon, okay? But we are crunchy bacon girls, okay?
Definitely.
We love our bacon crunchy. Maybe I guarantee someone in the chat right now is watching this and they're like, well, I like my bacon a little bit under. That's okay, guys. That's the benefit of making stuff in the comfort of your own home. But we're going to be cooking it crunchy today, so that's why we want a hot and fast grill. And we're just going to get it onto our grill now and get it away from the wasps because they want this rub, too. This barbecue rub has sugar in it. They want it.
And that's not going to go away because when we put together the honey sesame glaze, it's got honey, and that's a natural wasp attractant. Yeah. So we really picked a great menu today, guys.
Okay, really? Let's get this on. I am like so terrified that we're going to get stung today, honey.
So Bay State Barbecue saying crunchy bacon with a hint of smoked paprika. Wow, that sounds fantastic.
Okay, so I'll get out of the way so our Insta family can see, but we put it onto our wire rack there. And we did that because so it's easier to put the meat into the grill and it's easier to take it out of the grill. That's why we always like doing that. And then that wire rack, it's like a mesh, so the smoke gets in. Oh my goodness, that almost went onto my face. It gets in and around the meat and does that adds that delicious smoky flavor. It's really hard to talk when there's a wasp coming right at your eyeball.
I gotta be honest, I know you hate it, honey, but I'm kind of loving that.
Oh my goodness!
Sorry, seeing Maddie get freaked out over wasps. That sounds like a good Friday to me, everybody.
I'm gonna guess that some people that are tuning in right now are enjoying it as well. It is quite funny, guys.
That's so funny. Okay, now if you look at the pizza dough, I've got it all spread out into roughly a square. So this looks like I'd say like a 1 foot by a half a foot square.
Looking great.
And then all we're gonna do. This is super simple ingredients here. It literally is keeping up with our sesame seed theme here. We're gonna put a little bit of sesame oil right down the middle. Then we're gonna add in all those green onions. And we're going to spread them all around because this is going to get rolled up. And then we're going to sort of mash it into the loaf pan. So spread that all out.
Looking good.
Now this week I'm making a mess. Last week it was you. And
I don't know why I'm constantly getting in trouble about making messes.
Yeah, sorry, honey. Now I am, and it's okay.
Okay, Cooking with CJ says, I'm sending you guys an outdoor fan. Gotta protect Maddie. Cooking with CJ. Please do, okay? You are so sweet for saying that because we need some protection back here today, especially. My goodness.
Okay, so then I'm going to add in some black and white sesames in the center. Here's where the fun part comes in, guys, okay?
All right, let's get this out of the way
so you guys can see. Okay, so then all we're going to do is take one side. If you guys are familiar with, I'll move this out of the way. Here, can you take that? Actually, give me these. Leave me these. Good. If you guys are familiar with making cinnamon rolls, I know a lot of people are into making, like doing the baking thing. Take it one side as you would a cinnamon roll. Roll it up, enclosing all those ingredients in. And Matt, can you grab me the loaf pan?
I'm on it.
Thank you. Then we're going to squinch the sides in. I don't know if that's a technical term.
I was just going to say, I like the word squinch.
We're going to squinch that in, mush it all together, give it a little pat for good luck.
Squinch it, mush it,
spank it a little bit, give it a bit of a spank, okay? Then we're going to stick it in, let's move this loaf pan over. We're going to stick it in the loaf pan, and this is going to rise up again. So then what we're going to do is even more, I don't know about you guys, but we love the flavor of sesame seed oil. If you don't, you might want to forgo this recipe because it's very sesame-y.
It is, but that's why I feel like what is so fragrant about it. Okay, S. Will's coming out with it. That's what she said.
You know what? I could hear him in my head when I said spank. I was like, wait a second. Where is S. Will?
I didn't even hear that.
I always know when S. Will is going to come to my rescue, whether that's what she said.
Bay State Barbecue saying they have to put this on the New England Patriots football Sunday menu. Bay State Barbecue. Okay, we got a New England Patriots fan in the house. We are Buffalo Bills girls fans here, okay? So we're going to put that on our menu today. Or not today, but when does football season start? I don't even know.
That's a very good question. I think it's already started. To be honest, I think it is.
Barbecue Pops would know. I have no clue.
Okay, so now this is what it looks like. We've got the sesame seeds over top of it, and this is going to continue rising when it hits the grill. And you can already smell that it's super sesame. We'll show our friends over on Instagram. Check that out, guys.
George Charcoal saying, "Boo, go Steelers!" And Professor Gary's in the house. He's saying he's a Pats fan. Okay, I hear that. There's a lot of different fans happening in the chat today.
That's cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna go preheat our grill, and then I'm moving on to our delicious sauce that we have here.
Okay, I'm gonna tidy up because I've made a gigantic mess. And then, honey, you have not shared a grateful today. What is with that? Everybody is wondering what you're grateful for. You're holding out on us. Okay?
Well, I have one that I feel like the barbecue community could relate to.
What is it?
I feel like anyone can relate to this.
You always hit us with some bangers. They always come out of left field. They end up being like slippers and house coats, and people are like, what's happening?
I don't think I ever said house coats, but I am grateful for house coats. We're the house coat wearers in our house today.
I love house coats too. What am I talking about?
Okay, so mine today is, which this happened yesterday, and I was like, I got to talk about this. It's not a huge one, but I feel like it's an obvious one that I don't really think of. and maybe the barbecue family doesn't think of, because we all are home chefs. We love cooking at home. But yesterday, I had forgotten to take something out of the freezer.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we had a super busy day. I was at Kiki's house till late last night. And I was like, what am I going to have for dinner? I completely didn't think about it. My menu plan, I had a menu plan, but I didn't take the chicken out of the freezer. So I was like, I'm going to get takeout. So I know that sounds, some people are probably like, why didn't you just, that's an easy one. Why didn't you just think about that? But takeout is not something, like takeout food is not something I usually think about or usually even get, because we're making so much food here all the time that we constantly have tons and tons of leftovers. But yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm going to get some pizza. I ordered some Pizza Nova. I don't know if is that an American thing or is that a Canadian thing?
I don't know, but you can't go wrong with takeout pizza.
Yes, and I was so grateful for it, to have someone else cook for you. You don't have to think about it. Shows up right at your door.
Yes.
I was so grateful for that.
And now they have so many apps that you're right. You can get things right to your door, even if sometimes they don't deliver.
Okay, Brian, is that? I think he's making fun of the Canadian accent here.
I don't hear that when I hear you talk. But maybe it's because I'm Canadian too.
To our Insta friends who can't see the chat, Brian is saying that I'm saying take-out. I'm saying takeout. I don't think that's what the Americans hear, I guess. Our international friends.
Hi, Southside boys. How are you guys doing? We've got Kathy just joined.
Hi, Kathy. Happy Friday.
So for you guys who have just joined on, we're halfway through. We've got our pork bacon wrapped pork tenderloin over on the grill. Let's go take another look at that, because I would like to see what that looks like. We are at 350 now, but it's only because we keep opening it up. And check that out, guys.
Oh, we're already sizzling in there.
Oh, yeah. You can already see a little bit of that nice smoke color.
That kind of looks like, on the grill cam, it kind of looks like a long croissant.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
It kind of does, but it certainly doesn't smell like that. It smells very bacony already.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is make our sauce to brush on here, okay? And I think I saw S. Will said he agrees with the takeout thing. He hasn't ordered takeout in ages too. And I'm not surprised about that, because a lot of people don't get takeout who are in the barbecue family because they're constantly cooking.
Someone just said I said out too. How? I don't hear it, guys. I wish I could hear that. But you know what? When you guys all say stuff, we notice things too. Like,
oh my goodness. We love hearing different international accents. To me, I actually love when people say that we have one, because we don't hear it. I think that's the beauty of accents. Everyone doesn't hear their own accent.
Kathy in particular.
I love Kathy's.
Kathy is not such a strong accent, but when she talks, I find that so. Kathy is just adorable, period.
She really is.
But then sometimes when she talks, it's like, oh, Kathy, you just talk so cute.
Okay, so guys, what we have so far going into our sauce, we have some honey. We have the juice of 2 fresh limes, and it is already smelling fantastic. We have sesame oil, because anyone who's participated in our barbecue quest this week, you guys know that sesame oil was a featured ingredient. And so we had to use that in there, and that is really smelling fantastic.
Yes.
It really, really is.
And don't forget, guys, but you also have 2 other days to do a sesame oil recipe if you want to get entered into the quest for this week, because we always come out with a new ingredient on Monday, so you do have all weekend still.
Yes, we want to see more and more entries into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I personally think this is drinkable.
Let me smell
right now.
Oh.
But we're not going to start brushing this on, because if you guys didn't know this, when you are smoking something, when you're barbecuing something, you don't want to be brushing things with sugar on right at the beginning, because it's just going to crisp on the outside. It's going to char, not in a good way. Okay, so you're going to want to start doing this about, I'd say for this particular cut, about 20 minutes into the cook. So we're just going to let that lie for now. Let it melt, let those flavors melt, and then we're going to start getting it onto our meat.
And I feel like also you want to let the bacon have some time to crunch a bit.
Yes.
Like, don't interfere with the crunch, guys. And also, before we move on, Professor Gary asked, how do these silicone pans do on the grill?
Oh my goodness, we are obsessed with them.
We really love these pans, guys. They do awesome on the grill. We do a lot of things on them. We do like egg cups in them. They're really great because they are completely non-stick. When you have like a bread in there or eggs in particular, because they're very, very sticky, you can just pop it right out. You can see the dough is already really rising up in this thing. And I think this is going to end up filling the entire pan by the time it's finished.
I think so too. And we have Cuff and Stuff Barbecue in the house, cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline. How are you guys? Thank you guys for being here today. Happy Friday. We want to hear what you guys are grateful for this week. We're grateful for this silicone pan.
Kathy's taken off. Okay, nice to see you, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining us. So I'm actually going to go and get our, I think we're preheated over there.
Yep, I'll get it on right now.
All right, Matt's going to get it on. Kathy's going to say that she's coming back later on. Gary's saying he's always been afraid to use them because he thought they might melt. I think a lot of people feel that way, Gary, but they don't. We've had these on extremely high heat and they don't melt at all. Even in the kettle, we've used them.
Okay, sorry. Brian is saying people always asking me to do my fake French accent, which I've learned since I work for a French company. Brian, I'd like to hear that. I really enjoy to hear that.
I'm curious to know what that sounds like, Brian.
Okay, Mike Kulo is saying you sound like Doug from Strange Brew. Mike, I've never heard of that show before, but I definitely need to Google that after.
Me too. I want to look this up because I don't know what that sounds like. And if it sounds like us, now I have to know what that sounds like.
Okay, I'm sorry. Dune Buggy Barbecue. Such a sweetheart. He's saying we're all grateful for you guys. We are so grateful for everybody tuning right now. We've said it before. We'll say it. Get ready because we're going to say it every single week. We look forward to this every single Friday. We absolutely love it. It's so much fun. This is like where you guys are all hanging out back here.
Okay, so Fritz Frank is saying he gets a lot of pushback when he uses sesame oil because the smell is good.
Yes, it is.
But very strong. So if you're not a fan of sesame oil, which I know a lot of people aren't, it's one of those polarizing ingredients that I've learned this week in particular when we chose it for our barbecue quest. A lot of people aren't a big fan. You can always forego the barbecue quest recipes for the week and then pick it up the next week. That's
exactly. That's true because guys, I think actually Peter said this because Naughty Beaver Barbecue said someone was like, I didn't even know Maddie and Kiki had a barbecue quest going on, but we do. And he actually said the real winner, because at the end of the quest, whoever participates gets to be entered into a draw to win one of our chef knives
I'll hold it up and show you guys so you can see what it looks like.
As well as a butcher block. But Peter actually said, I don't know if Peter's still tuning in. He said the real winner is actually the nonprofit organization that we're going to be donating tons and tons of products, non-perishable ingredients to a local nonprofit organization.
Yes.
Okay, so when he said that, I was like, Peter is so sweet. They are the true winners here. We love that everybody's participating, but it's all for a good cause.
Absolutely. And we've already have so many, the numbers are climbing for the amount of non-perishables that we're going to be donating. And I love that whenever someone enters, it's just another number, and that equates to the amount of food that we're going to donate. And that makes me so happy.
I just want to load it up even more. We're just going to be adding so much to it. But honey, hit us with another grateful. Okay. Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline was saying sesame oil is good. Just don't add it too much. It can be overwhelming. Fantastic tip. Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline.
I'm kind of on the side that you can't have too much though. I don't know if it's like
we love a lot. We love a lot.
I like too much of a good thing is a good thing to me. I don't know what it is about sesame oil. Stay away from me because I'm probably going to be pungent after this, honey.
All right, let's hear your next grateful, honey.
Okay, so another grateful that I wanted to bring up this week to you guys is, and I don't know if this is different where you live or this is a thing in our area, but I have been very grateful to see, and I don't even know if this is a rumor or if it's fact, my favorite TV show is coming to Netflix starting in October. Now,
are you serious?
What show is that?
I know. I'm not going to tell everybody yet. Guys, can we get some guesses in the house?
What TV show is coming to Netflix starting October? Take a guess. I was ecstatic.
Do you know the actual date?
No, it just said October. And I don't know if this is a real thing or not, but I just heard this yesterday. I cannot tell you guys how excited I was about this.
All right, let's hear it, guys. Let's hear it. And while we're waiting, Fritz Frank has jumped over to Insta. He's saying, I saw you shared someone wearing an M&K tank top. That was Captain Ron. He said, where do we get those? I have never thought that the tank tops were going to be a thing. We've actually had quite a request for tank tops. So I think we need to get some.
I think so. If people want to wear them, we can definitely get some. I didn't think this was a thing either, but I would wear them.
I would wear them too.
Guns out. I would totally. And that's what was written on the back of his, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
I forgot that we put them in the back of there.
Yes, it was. Okay. My boys are hitting me up. They know me too well.
Everybody's guessing. Okay,
it is Seinfeld.
Guys, Seinfeld is Kiki's favorite show, and it is coming to Netflix.
Who loves Seinfeld? Where are my Seinfeld friends at, guys? I never thought I'd see the day when that would come to Netflix.
I know. It's so exciting.
I was super excited. I could watch that show. Even though I know all the episodes, I could still watch that show night and day and never get sick of it.
Fritz Frank he's hopped back over to YouTube. He's saying Trailer Park Boys is already on Netflix, so it can't be that. That's one that we haven't gotten into. We got to give it a chance. We got to give that one a chance.
I've heard really good things about that one.
Okay, so guys, we are, just for the sake of time, because we want to put this onto our pork tenderloin, we're going to brush on a little layer of our sauce here, okay? So Kiki,
do you want me to hook you up?
Yeah, hook me up with the lid here, and we're going to get just a nice thin layer here.
Oh, yeah, that is going to be so good. Cooking with CJ saying he needs an M&K tank top. CJ, we will hook you up. I would love to see you wearing an M&K tank top.
I would absolutely go nuts if he was wearing one.
Fritz Frank is saying we're not Penske material. Absolutely dying. I love that you guys love Seinfeld. Brian saying he loves Seinfeld too. That is awesome. You guys are the best. Seinfeld really is one of the greatest shows of all time.
Okay, honey, take it down. Guys, I'm sorry. The smells back here are like enough to drive you wild. Okay, it really is. Okay, barbecue pops. We cannot see the chat. The new there's like an arrow saying new comments down there. The chat's just on fire today. People are getting so excited about the grill cam, I think.
Brian is saying, I've always secretly wanted Elaine's Christmas card, and I think we know why if you're a friend of Seinfeld. That's awesome, guys.
It's like, okay, everyone is a fan of Seinfeld in the house here today. That's awesome.
Uncle Chico wants to know who's our favorite Seinfeld character.
I'm going to say Kramer.
Really?
Yep, 100% Kramer.
It's so hard to choose.
Guys, Kramer, he made that character into what it was.
And you can tell on so many episodes that they were all trying so hard not to laugh at him.
Scoggin said he's never watched Seinfeld. Scoggin, we have a feeling that you would love it. You got to give it a chance.
Yes. Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline is saying, smash the thumbs up, y'all. Thank you so much, guys.
Cooking with Steven and Jacqueline. You guys are so sweet. We always forget to say that. We're just so excited making so much food over here. We always forget to say that.
Yes, we do. But if you guys are here and you feel so inclined, if you like watching us live, you are having fun watching us live, feel free to smash that subscribe button and the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of the barbecue fun.
Okay, I can't even handle this. S. Will is saying, please make the tank top in black.
Ooh.
Okay, S. Will's gonna be super SSS if he's wearing it in black, okay? Okay, Rhonda's saying, ladies, I have to get the smoker going. Rhonda, I'm not surprised at that, okay? When is your smoker not going? She's cooking so much, just as much as we are.
Yes.
She's saying, have an amazing weekend, ladies. Keep being you. Rhonda, you are so sweet. And
Rhonda,
normally she said that she's swimming at this time. So, Rhonda, if you did just get out of the water, we're grateful that you showed up here while you can.
Rhonda is so awesome. It's just, again, Rhonda's one of those people that I just know we would get along with in real life. I don't get why.
100%. You just have a vibe. You just get a vibe sometimes.
Okay, we've got a lot of Seinfeld quotes coming in that is making me extremely pleased. Thank you guys so much. We are actually going to get our smokers continuing to go here. We got to check on that bread. We're going to catch up with you guys a little bit later. Like I said, we're going to have all the recipes on the YouTube community tab, as well as the Instagram stories for you guys later on.
Check back, guys, because I'm most excited to see that bread, that profile shot of that bread. So check back later. But thank you guys so much for being here. We'll see you next Friday, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, barbecue family.
Okay, I cannot even get over the smells around here, honey.
I know, it smells